Okay. Coming up now, we'll have Shafu from Merit Systems, who's a smart contract engineer with over 10 years of experience in development and actually AI long before it was cool, who's going to be joining us talking about the project that he's working on. We've all heard of x402, and we all know there needs to be a way to index it and explore it. x402 Scan is exactly that, and we'll have Shafu joining us soon and talking about it. So let's please give him a big applause and start soon.
Good morning, guys. I'm Shafu. I work on Merit Systems, and today I want to talk about x402 Scan. If I can get up some slides. Thank you. So yeah, x402 Scan is the discovery layer of x402. It's basically something like DeFi Llama for DeFi or Etherscan for x402. It's like a block explorer for the x402 ecosystem. So when we started looking into x402 a couple of weeks ago, and maybe for context, x402 is a very, very new thing. So the people at Coinbase, Eric, released the x402 spec in May. And we started looking at x402 like 7, 8 weeks ago. And what we saw was the following. We saw 50,000 transactions. I think half of them were like Coinbase integration tests. There was no central place to play around with x402 resources. There was also no analytics dashboards. There was one Dune dashboard, but not more than that. So this is why we decided to build x402 Scan. We released that in October, and it's basically the home of x402 on the internet. So we list all x402 transactions, we list all resources, servers that expose x402, all the facilitators in x402, we show those as well. So on the left side here, you can see how the scan looks like. You know, you have some overall statistics, all the top servers, and a bunch of other cool things. So the first thing I want to talk about is the x402 Scan marketplace. And the marketplace is an abstraction we use around servers or origins that expose x402 resources. So on the left side here, on the right side here, you can see all the servers that expose x402 resources. And once you click into one of these servers, you get a list of all the x402 resources that this server exposes. So, for example, the /token/burn endpoint, you could immediately play around with that from x402 Scan. We give you a server wallet, or you can use your own injected wallet, and you can just play around, pay for a resource, see what you get back, and get a feeling for what x402 can actually do for you. We also show all the facilitators. The way we do that is we rely on the community for this. x402 is open source. People create facilitators. They create a pull request to add a new facilitator to the facilitators list. You only need a bunch of metadata, the name of the facilitator, the addresses, but once it's merged in, we automatically pick that up and start indexing all the x402 resources that come from that specific facilitator. Maybe a bit of context here. The role of the facilitator in x402 is to actually take the signature of the client and post that on chain. So the actual transaction happens in the facilitator. which is a cool concept because you, as someone who builds an application or business logic on your server, you don't need to deal with, like wallets, nonces, gas, all of that kind of stuff. You just rely on the facilitator to do the on-chain work for you. I'm really excited about this. This is our composer, which is basically an agentic platform where you can create agents that interact with x402 resources. Anyone can come in, create an agent, and give it access to specific x402 endpoints. So on the right side here, you can see a list of all the agents we have, and on the other side, you can see how the composer actually looks like. It's your typical chat interface, but what's special here is that it has access to like the x402 superpower. So here, for example, the agent has access to that endpoint, pays 7 cents for it, gets back the response, and uses that for the next answer and puts that into its own context. Why I'm so excited about this is because I think this could be the first step into what a lot of people call agentic commerce, where it's basically you have something like ChatGPT and it roams around the internet and it hits a lot of free APIs, which is great, but currently it would hit a paid API and would be basically stuck. Just imagine your agent goes to the New York Times, hits a paywall, it cannot pay for it, and it's just stuck. With x402, if someone like the New York Times would expose x402 on their website, the agent would go there, pay like 5 cents to get access to that article, and uses that to give back a response to the user. One big problem, and the previous panel talked a little bit about that, is reputation. What's great about x402 is it's totally permissionless. Anyone can create an x402 resource, which is fantastic. At the same point, a lot of them just don't work, right? If anyone can create one, you have a lot that just do something else or are even malicious. So this is what I call like the reputation problem, and the way we try to solve the reputation problem in x402 scan is by giving each resource, each origin, a reputation score. And that reputation score is an aggregation of a couple of things a couple of data points that we collect. So things like uptime, latency, number of transactions, volume. We have all of that data because the x402 calls that happen through x402 scan go through our proxy, and we use these data points to create an aggregated score. So for example, here you can see it has an uptime of 100%, the latency is number of requests, number of successful calls, and so on and so forth. And this is basically like a resource with like a green reputation. It's a good endpoint. Where this is particularly exciting is for agents. The agent has its own wallet. It's going to spend your money. So you want it to use resources that are actually good, right? So what you can do with that reputation score is you can tell the agent, hey, agent, just use resources that have a reputation score of like 8 out of 10 or something like that. If it's below that, just ignore it, never use it, never touch it. We have these observability dashboards where this is very cool for people that actually want to debug their resources. We have that for origins, resources, and facilitators as well. You can see if an error happens, you can click into that, you can see why it happens, you can see all the status codes that it returns, and so on and so forth. This gives you like a bird's eye view over everything that happens in x402. So we launched x402 scan, and this happens. We got a lot of eyes on it, which is very exciting. At the same time, this happened because someone had the genius idea of launching an x402 meme coin. I guess we're in crypto, that kind of stuff happened. It's super good to get all the attention on this. But I think we're at a point where we actually need like great x402 native resources, right? So the question I always ask myself is, what is possible now with x402 that wasn't possible before? And I think the meme coin mania is not sustainable, so let's build actual useful x402 resources. I'm really proud of this. x402 Scan is completely open source. It's not only the front end that's open source, it's the indexer, it's the syncer, it's the proxy, everything is inside that monorepo. I think this is particularly cool because just imagine, like I love Etherscan, I think Etherscan is great. Just imagine Etherscan was open source. The amount of innovation you would see there it would be completely different. I know they have their business model, but I think this is super cool. So yeah, it's open source. Come build with us. I think we have like this screenshot is a bit old. I think we have over 30 contributors at this point. Only 7 out of 30 are from our team, from the Merit team. We also have another product at Merit, which is called the Terminal, which you can see right there. It's basically a way to fund open source projects, to pay contributors, and of course we use that on our own thing. So we have a bunch of bounties there. Come work with us. You can even earn some money. So yeah, maybe lastly, what's the vision? What am I really excited about? I think x402 has the potential to kill ads on the internet, which, you know, personally, I don't like ads that much, but it was just the only sustainable way to monetize the internet previously. It's like, in the past, you paid with your attention. With x402, you just pay with your wallet. You know, instead of getting YouTube Premium, you pay 2 cents to watch a video without ads. Instead of getting a New York Times subscription, you pay 4 cents to access an article. I think that's super cool. The second one is agentic commerce. I think x402 is perfect for that. It uniquely enables that. It's one standard for all agents to interact with paid endpoints on the internet. Huge potential. The other thing which is cool, A16Z put that out recently, where they're like the potential market for x402 is the whole internet. So it's basically trillions, big number, but could be a very big thing. So yeah, what's next? V2 was finalized, I think, last week. This is from the x402 Coinbase repo. Shout out to the guys at Coinbase for doing it all in the open. So you can join see the discussion there, add to maybe, V2 is finalized now, but maybe add something to V3. But yeah, it's still very early. We have a lot of things that you can contribute to. I think privacy is a big thing, you know, make x402 private. Reputation is a big thing. Supporting multi-tokens, multi-chain. Like currently, on x402 Scan, we only show USDC transactions, so it would be cool to get some other tokens there. I think discoverability is cool, indexing, you know, just write some good docs, make some good tutorials. It's all very, very early. So yeah, thank you guys. Let's grow the pie. Let's make x402 100x from here. And yeah, thanks for listening.
Okay. Moving now to the Q&A session. If you have any questions, please raise your hand, and our volunteer is going to give you the mic. We have a question there.
Hello. I have a question that is like, how do you, it's a two-part question. So the first one would be, do you see x402 working for resources that are currently paid, but in a web format that requires the user to go through a credit card flow? You see x402 replacing that flow? And the other one is like, what do you see as the consumption factor of an agent using x402? Is it like an MCP wallet on like Cloud Code, or a little bit more about like how you see the product being consumed?
Yeah, could you repeat the second question?
The second is like the form factor in which people will be paying for resources through x402. Is it like my Cloud Code session having a wallet that I can hit some APIs that are paid? Or what is like the...
No, yeah, it's a good question. I think, so currently how we do that, I showed the composer. It's basically the agent has its own wallet. So, you fund your agent with a 10 USDC, agent pays for things, it goes back to you. Because the agent has its own wallet and can spend money, this is why I think reputation is super important. But other than that, I think it's like an embedded wallet, where you have an embedded wallet in your browser or something. But I think like from UX standpoint, it would be very bad if you need to approve every time your agent or yourself are trying to access x402. And what was your first question again?
The first question is if you see a place for x402 to basically provide a payment alternative for current resources that are paid through regular Stripe flows. Or whatever.
I see. Yeah. I think from a consumer, if it's like a human, I don't know. I think it's very, very cool for agents. I think it's perfect for agents. I go to a website and instead of signing in with Google Auth, I pay with my wallet through x402. I don't know, it's like not a 10x improvement, but I think for agent it is. But yeah, thanks for your questions.
Thank you.
Another one there. We have one hand there.
Thanks a lot for the panel. My question is, the x402 now it's a settlement layer, but how about the discovery layer for like, given we already have the repetition layer from ERC-402, whether the facilitator they're gonna serve as a search hub, and even I heard some buzzword like AEO, just like GEO, so that in the future we want to find a better way to promote our own agent. There are some, a new business model around this. How do you think about this?
So your question is how do agents discover x402 resources?
Yes, and whether the facilitator of x402 can serve as a hub of the discoverability.
Oh yes, yes. Well, I hope it's going to turn out into that. It's I think the bigger vision for x402 Scan is to become like the Google of x402, something like that, but not for humans, but for agents, right? So maybe we expose like an x402 indexing resource where the agent is like, hey, I'm actually not sure which x402 resources I need to use, so they come to our endpoint, pay like 10 cents to get the answer which resource they need to hit. Yeah, maybe we should build that. It's a good idea.
And one more feature request, as we are a marketplace for agents, we need a split payment features, because when some users use the agent on our platform, I hope the owners of the agents can get paid, but at the same time, the marketplace can also get paid. So whether in your pipeline you have these new features in the
like what's the business model? How do we
split the payment? Because we are a marketplace, right?
Yeah.
We create agent. My users create agent, and others use this agent. They make payment through x402 to the agent owner.
Yeah.
But we are the platform. We own a lot of data and the facilitation to them, and we also want to get paid. So in one single payment, we hope it can be split into two payment. One is to the owner of the agent. Another payment is to us as a platform.
As a facilitator,
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah. So hope we can have these features in the upcoming version.
Okay, we have time for one quick question, and then we're going to end it. I think, yeah, we have it here in the front.
Hey, so like we are building a AA agent that's called Dovi, and I have a question. Is the x402 protocol open to open the gates to the agent-to-machine economy? It's like that compatible with x402?
With the what economy?
Agent-to-machine?
Agent to what?
Matching.
Matching?
Matching, yeah. With devices, IoT, things like that.
I don't know, the agent to matching?
Machine?
Oh, machine.
Yeah, that, yeah.
Okay. Is the x402, agent to machine? What do you mean by machine? agent to machine?
Like an IoT device, like an EV charger, or
Oh, okay.
Things like-
So, yeah, if your IoT device is like, hey, pay me 1 cent to get like it measures the temperature or something and exposes that would be perfect.
okay, thank you.
Yeah, it's actually a good idea. It's like, pay for a GPU or pay for some sensors or stuff like that. Yeah, thanks for the question.
Okay, that's all. Let's give a big applause to Shafu.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.